and welcome to the 2025 Subaru WRX TS. And let me tell you, this thing is a lot of fun to drive. Let's get into it in a lot more detail. The first time I got to experience a Subaru WRX was just over 20 years ago. It was an oddball looking thing with bug eyes. And the interior was made from the cheapest of plastics. However, when you got inside, fired it up and took it on the road, everything changed. It was phenomenal to drive. Well, this latest one is still phenomenal to drive, but I'm glad it at least also looks very nice. We'll begin with styling. Subaru had for the longest time been an engineering company. They weren't really that interested in aesthetics because the engineering spoke for itself. But it's good to see that now they pay attention to aesthetics as well, because we humans are visual creatures. We are attracted to attractive looking things. Sometimes oddball things are attractive, but it helps if a design is liked by the masses. And I think this iteration of the WRX is quite nice to look at. So let's talk about the interior. Get in. Normal door handles, I like that. Check this out. I love the blue accents in the interior. Breaks up from the monotony of black. Also like the headrests with the WRX TS engraved in them. Seats by Recaro. Fantastic seats. No complaints about that. Nice window switches, power mirror switch, chrome door handle, faux carbon fiber. Okay, let's jump inside. Okay, I'm inside and let's fire things up. So the starter button, which is a very nice looking red button, I've not seen one this nice in a very long time, is hidden behind the steering wheel. Curiously, it says STI. But Subaru wasn't doing STIs anymore. Fire it up. Full digital instrumentation, and again, look, it says STI in the ref counter. Maybe it wants to be an STI. Maybe it is an STI without being an STI. Curious one, that. Very nice instrumentation. I love it. It's the right way of melding digital with the analog. There is no actual analog dials, but it gives you the look of analog dials. I really like that. Also like the steering wheel. Nice 3 spokes. You've got volume, source, seek buttons there. This is information which you can change in the cluster right there. You see in the ref counter some information is changing. Yeah, you can do that through this switch. Alrighty, now the infotainment screen. It's portrait style, not landscape as in most cars. And I don't mind it at all. I think it blends in really nice. And I mean really nice. I hope Subaru in their future products don't go away from this design, because I hate all those infotainment screens that look like they're plonked on the top of the dashboard. This is melded in. It's angled. It has actual knobs, volume, tune, defroster, front defroster, climate control. Those are all manual. But then the center screen, as you can imagine, lots of apps, very configurable. Heated seat switches are on the screen. Wish they were a manual switch, but I'm not gonna complain too much. This is one of the nicer setups I've seen in modern cars. I hope it stays this way. Come right down to the center console, and while the WRX can be had with a CVT automatic, the 6-speed manual is honestly the one you should get, because this is such a phenomenal gearbox. It's a joy to use. I guess the only reason you'd not buy one with a manual is because you don't know how to drive a manual. Yeah, I would say even if you don't know how to drive a manual, get some lessons and buy this car with a manual gearbox. Also like the fact this thing has a traditional handbrake, not a electronic button. This car is doing so many things so right. Love it, love it, love it. Rear seat space. It's really not bad. I was expecting a lot less legroom than what this offers. This is truly a practical family sedan. You're not really making compromises by getting one of these. What about the trunk, you ask? I'm gonna use the key fob here, press the button, and spring loaded, but it's nicely spring loaded because it opens the trunk up completely. Alrighty, this is a spacious trunk. You can definitely carry a lot of stuff in here. Yes, I know, the roof of the trunk is not lined like some other cars I reviewed recently. So I guess that's just the norm these days. Best to look at the trunk from this angle. There you go. Let's talk about engine. There you go. That is a 2.4 liter 4-cylinder turbocharged engine featuring direct injection. You get 271 horsepower and 258 pounds-feet of torque. Power is fed to all wheels via a 6-speed manual gearbox. Showed you that in the interior review. You could get one with a CVT automatic, but why would you? Buy the manual. Time to go for a drive. A very cool thing is that when you start up the car, it automatically defaults to sport mode. Not normal or comfort, but sport. It's telling you it's a sporty car. Treat it as one. With a press of a button on the steering wheel that says mode, now I'm in Sport Plus. It pays picks up speed quickly. Mind you, the numbers don't sound all that great. As in 0 to 100 kilometers an hour, according to Car and Driver, would take roughly 5.6 seconds. That's not slow, but you'd think it would be quicker. But trust me, it's not about numbers, because it feels far greater than what its numbers are giving you. Oh boy. So let's get into this WRX TS driving impressions. So TS actually stands for Type STI. Hence there are some STI hints around this vehicle. So it's not a full-fledged STI, but it has a lot of goodies that were associated with previous STI models, such as adaptive damping, stiffer springs. It's got 6-piston Brembo brakes. It has torque vectoring through the braking system. So this is no ordinary WRX. Oh yeah, and one thing, I mentioned the WRX is available with either a 6-speed manual or a CVT automatic. The TS is 6-speed manual only. This is a serious performance car. The fact that I'm going to try my best to explain or show now on a twisty, bumpy back road. This sort of tarmac is quite punishing if you're in a sports car or a supercar. But this is WRX territory. It loves these undulating roads, rough surface. It's basically a rally car with license plates. It's built to do this stuff. Just chuck it into corner. Oh my god, the way it grips. Symmetrical all-wheel drive. Oof. Like I said, torque vectoring through the braking system, so it rotates like nothing else. Oh my god, this thing is good. It's mind-boggling that you can buy this level of performance for under $50,000. Sure, by the time you pay freight PDI and you pay the government its portion of the tax, it will be over 50 grand, 55-ish, 56 maybe. But there is nothing else that I can really think of that can compete with this at this price level. Yes, there is the GR Corolla, but it's got a smaller 3-cylinder engine, so it's gonna be quite buzzy. There is the Honda Civic Type R, but that's really stiff, and it's front-wheel drive only. Probably not ideal for winter use. This, perfect all year round in Canada. not even squealing its tires. Okay, let's settle down on the highway. How is it as a commuter vehicle? Well, these seats are fantastic. They're comfortable. Yes, I could wish there was longer thigh support, so the seat cushion was a bit longer. That would have been nicer, but you get used to it. It's got the technology. Yes, the stereo is a little tinny, but it'll get the job done. However, it does feel a bit tiring after a while, because I'm in 6th gear right now. I'm gonna go up to about 118 kilometers an hour. That's what I'm doing right now, and it's turning 2700 RPM. So it's not exactly relaxed. Most cars these days, especially with automatic transmissions, they have 8 to 10 speeds, and at 120 they'd be turning roughly 2000 RPM, so they'd be a lot more relaxed. But I can live with a little bit of buzziness on the highway for the amount of fun you can have with this car on a daily basis. It's a lot of fun. So as I'm about to wrap up the driving portion, I will say this. If you can afford a $50,000 vehicle that is fun to drive, get one of these. You will not regret it. You will not write me an email saying, oh, you didn't recommend a good car. You'll be writing me an email saying, thank you for recommending this car. I'm having fun every day. Price. Well, a base WRX is yours for just around $40,000 Canadian. This TS version is $47,995 plus freight and PDI of $2,095. I think this represents great value for money. Verdict: the Subaru WRX TS is every bit as good as any other WRX I have driven in the past. Might actually be even better, because it has a nice civilized interior. No longer is it a bargain budget interior with a great drivetrain. It's practical, comfortable, reasonably fuel economical, and it's priced well. What more could you really ask for? I know I can't. Hope you liked the video. Please do like and subscribe. Thank you.